everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So today's reading is inspired by a book by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. that you can get for free, an ebook you can get from his website, childrenshealthdefense.org. Just plug in your email and he will email it out to you. Yeah, I was reading through this very important book where he covers all the aspects of the pandemic and the vaccines, etc., from his discussions with friends who were, let's say, Fauciites, shall I say? And he's writing to other liberals because he's a liberal. So he's, trying to reach the group that has been most pro, jab and all that. So I'm going to skip to the end here. A lot of very good, well-documented information a must read. And you're gonna see why this article, you'll see this comes out. So he's addressing the idea that liberals hate Donald Trump and that may push them in the arms of Pfizer and the rest. So he says, today the unifying passions of the Democratic Party are a ferocious hatred of Donald Trump, an orchestrated and often irrational fear of COVID, and blind support for all public health mandates. Like every hatred, Trumpophobia gives power to the object of its abomination. Ironically, Trump is now dictating policy choices for Democrats. Liberals turned against him and heroic whistleblower Julian Assange when Trump expressed his sympathy for the jailed journalist and free speech and civil rights advocate. Democrats abandoned their sturdy opposition to the Trans-Pacific Partnership when Trump criticized the TTP. Similarly, Trump's occasional and minor disdain for Dr. Anthony Fauci blinded Democrats to Fauci's 5-decade role as the architect of industry capture and the public health agencies. Trump's endorsement of hydroxychloroquine prompted liberals to toss the remedy into the same dumpster with Trump's global warming denialism, despite overwhelming scientific evidence for the remedy. Trump's cozy relationships with Vladimir Putin is arguably one of the factors that coaxed traditional anti-war liberals into ignoring Ukrainian President Zelensky's anti-democratic track record and his troubling relationship with the openly Nazi and anti-Semitic Azov Battalion, and won liberal support for military intervention that has predictably enriched petroleum companies and military contractors, doubled gasoline prices, and ignited the galloping inflation that will further beggar the American middle class. Okay, now here's where it gets more interesting. Pay attention to this. The Ukrainian crisis has pushed liberals into President Biden to embrace the monumentally savage and tyrannical Saudi ruler Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, whose naked aggression against Yemen has killed over 377,000 Yemenis, many civilians, dwarfing in its homicidal brutality the Russian invasion of Ukraine. In October 2018, a year before the COVID pandemic, MBS sent a team of assassins to strangle the Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi and dismember him with a bone saw. Liberals once reviled MBS, and President Biden's secret olive branch to the Crown Prince has draped liberalism in shame. Ooh, and this is a liberal, he's a Democrat liberal saying this. I was like, so Biden is embracing MBS. Interesting. When he was in Saudi Arabia. What do we remember about MBS? Where have I heard that name before? Oh, yeah. Meghan was accused of wearing earrings from blood money earrings after Khashoggi's death. It says, let's see there. Duchess reportedly ignored advice from aides to not wear the jewelry. Now, we all know how persnickety Meghan is about jewelry. Every little piece of jewelry means something, and it's a nod to this or a nod to that. Well, we know it's no accident that she can't just get away with saying, "Oh, I didn't know. Me and Harry look at the news every day, and this was only the Khashoggi's death was only the biggest story ever." All the journalists promoted it heavily because he was a journalist. And Megan's gonna act like, oh, I didn't know. I want to run for president, but I didn't know. I didn't read the news, right? So Meghan Markle's been accused of wearing blood money earrings gifted by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman on two separate official occasions. Markle wore the earrings, initially given to Queen Elizabeth at a state dinner in Fiji during a royal tour including Tonga, Australia, and New Zealand in October 2018, just 3 weeks after Washington Post writer Jamal Khashoggi was murdered in Saudi Arabia. The U.S. has accused, actually, it was Turkey. It was a Saudi Arabian embassy. The U.S. has accused the Crown Prince of ordering Khashoggi's death. The earrings were bought with blood money and given to her by a murderer. Michael Eisner, a lawyer fighting for justice for Khashoggi, said, according to Daily Mail, she had no business wearing them. The Crown Prince reportedly gave the chandelier earrings to the Queen as an official wedding gift for the couple during a lunch at Buckingham Palace in March 2018. There's no evidence that Markle met him. There's no evidence at the time. But what do we know? March 2018, he dropped off these earrings. What was Meghan doing around that time? Well, let's see. In February 2018, she was making secret visits to Grenfell. So February 2018, before she married Harry, in the months leading up to the wedding. Prince Harry's fiance meets Inferno survivors during two undercover trips to mosque, helping families who lost everything. So as of February 12th, 2018, she had made two separate visits up at this point to this point. She made secret visits to Grenfell Tower to console victims of the tragedy that killed 71 people. Yeah, it was a year ago. The Grenfell Tower happened in June 2017. Okay, it's a year later. The actress is said to have made the appearance, okay, a half a year later, whatever. But, she's acting like it's not like it just happened, in other words, that she's going to make all these multiple trips while she's getting ready for a wedding, a royal wedding. She made special time out for this. Okay. Prince Harry's fiance visited Al Manir Community Mosque in North Kensington, West London. And we all know what she did after all this, right? We got the cookbook. Right after they got married, boom, at the mosque making a cookbook. So Meghan was involved with this mosque before marrying Harry and then did a project with them after getting married. And they just say, and they use the excuse of Princess Diana. Oh, I'm visiting Princess Diana's charities. Well, this was not one of Princess Diana's charities, as far as I know. Says Meghan had been regularly making private visits to organizations to get to know the UK charity sector. Yeah, but this looks like the only place she visited, though, as far as I can before her wedding. Hmm. Yeah. So that's interesting. So Megan visits a mosque multiple times, secret visits, no real reason. Just Megan's checking things out. Everybody's busy talking about everything else. So that's in February 2018. And then in March 2018, MBS drops off these earrings as a wedding gift. But there's no proof that we don't know anything about Megan meeting him. But of course, if Megan's visiting a mosque, and I assume MBS is Muslim, it wouldn't surprise me that he visited the mosque. So, I'm just saying, could they have met in the mosque? I don't know. I have to look. I think we found their meeting place. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Uh-huh. And then there's Harry's lawyer. I'm just throwing it out there. She unrepentantly sent classified information about UK intelligence and security to a PR person named Tim Robinson and didn't tell the judge for a week about the breach. And when he blew his top over it, she acted like, oh, I didn't think I did anything wrong. And she's very hostile towards the judge. And the judge is furious, no doubt, because this is security information that's just been released out to God knows where. So Just saying. I don't know. Is it all connected? I don't know. We had some real journalists do some research. Maybe we'd find something out. But I'm just saying. So she's releasing security information, high level. Meghan's making cookbooks, making regular visits. She's getting earrings. Joe Biden's kissing MBS's butt. Oh, and by the way, MBS is a psychopath who murders people on a regular basis, including hundreds of thousands of Yemenis. Interesting. So, all right. And Meghan wants to be president. Now, MBS supposedly has more money than anyone else in the world. Well, maybe not more. I don't know. He's very wealthy. He's one of the globalists. He's globalist level if he's not one of them, which I think he probably is. But anyways, is MBS trying to make Meghan president? Because I don't see why he's meeting with her at the mosque, which I assume they're meeting in. Why else would Meghan go to a mosque? She's not just going to a mosque to visit. She's not religious at all, and she's certainly not Muslim. But she made it a point to visit every mosque. She made a point to that famous picture when she was 9 months pregnant and on maternity leave. When there was a giving flowers to a Muslim church, a Muslim mosque. I think that was I forget that Christ Church. No, not Christ Church. What is it? There's some mosque that was set fire or something, and she went to donate flowers, and she's 9 months pregnant in high heels, and she squats down and gets back up. So she was always making it a point to show remembrance and with the Muslim community out of her way, from before marriage to after marriage. And she knew. Harry and Meghan checked their social media every day. They knew what was going on. There was no way that she didn't know. So this kind of looks like an FU, it's a freedom of speech right here, right? I mean, it was a murder of a journalist. There's no doubt that's something that MBS and Meghan have in common. They both hate journalists, right? They both hate freedom of speech. Harry thinks the First Amendment's bonkers. Harry went to these secret visits too, just saying. So that was interesting. So I'm reading about COVID and look what I come across that connection now to Joe Biden. So now MBS to Joe Biden, and um, Meghan wants to be president. It's all like puzzle pieces coming together here. I don't know about you, but I'm just like, what? And this just falls into my lap. Okay, it's just like I wasn't even looking for this. Okay, so I want to know if MBS is going to trying to make Meghan president because he has the money to do it, and obviously they're connected already. They've been connected a long time. Biden's in on it, but the Obama Biden. When we say Biden, it's Obama Biden, right? They're all in it together. Oh, and by the way, Harry and Meghan hired Obama's uh, security agent working for them now. I mean, there's so many connections of what they're doing. So it's ridiculous. And just real quick, I'll show you that Harry and Meghan hired former Obama Secret Service agent. This was in April 19th, 2022. So, I mean, just the connections. Meghan wants to be president. Meghan's associated with former presidents and MBS. So let's see, is that MBS's idea? Is he going to do it? Is he going to try and make Meghan president? And I'll be using the new tarot deck that I did a video on here, Frank Pinter Tarot. Still getting familiar, it takes time to get familiar with the images, but hopefully I'll still be able to do a decent reading here and see what's going on. All right, so I've already shuffled the cards. I'm going to split the deck. I'm going to look at MBS, and is he going to make Meghan president? Because obviously, there's something going on. They're definitely connected. It's all very political. This is long before Harry married Meghan. What is MBS's attitude with his relationship with Meghan here? What's his attitude? Oh, Two of Swords. So I see a long journey together here. They both jumped in the boat here. They both have the same ideas of where they want to go. Now, Harry and Meghan have been very outspoken in deference to refugees and all of that. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, 'cause I just think of a boat. I think traveling somewhere, people who traveling, and that is part of the globalist agenda is to push all these refugees into Europe and into America, right? I mean, this is all globalist agenda thinking, but of course, they don't want you talking about it, silent, and the environment of it. Ooh, a Knight of Wands. Yeah, aggressive, be aggressive moving forward with their mission here. So he's promoting Meghan in an aggressive way. Meghan is like a mercenary or a soldier here. Her job here, whatever job it is. So MBS is there to support it. He is supportive of it. They think they're on the same wavelength as far as plans. I mean, two of swords here. Two of them thinking two people here. Secretly, I kind of get like this. There's nobody in the boat. You don't see nothing to see here. Just two people who are teaming up. But you do hear about it in the media. Now, Meghan didn't try to hide the fact that she was visiting the mosque before she married Harry, but of course, so many other stories were blasting around that, who noticed that story really? And that's another PR tactic, is to overwhelm the media with so many different distracting stories. Oh, and this is at the bottom of the deck, by the way. So I think they have a very tight relationship. I think their lovers is major arcana, working together very closely. Now, does that mean they're literally lovers? I wouldn't go that far. Meghan's not that hot, but who knows? Meghan would bop anything. We all know that, especially before marrying Harry. So, um, yeah, she may have to earn her position here to be promoted to be, because we all know Meghan wants to be president. So Meghan's probably like, who do I have to sleep with to become president? That famous comedian line. Who do you have to sleep? Who do I have to sleep with to get this done or that done? Right? We all know Meghan slept around a lot. And actually, this is a yacht. This could be seen as a yacht. Her yacht girl days. Could be that MBS is from her yacht girl days. Maybe they made a deal there then. And he said, you know what? I'll make you president. You just do what I tell you. So he's definitely pushing forward her agenda here and his agenda as well. So what's the basis of their relationship? Three of Coins reversed. Destructive. Taking down Christianity, taking down the Western world, right? So you got a nunnish looking figure here. And Three of Coins is working together and building up society, organization, and destruction here. I see like taking down, methodically taking down, destroying the Western world, destroying uh, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. Oh, MBS hates freedom of the press. Don't you know it? He had to get that Khashoggi killed ASAP. I mean, these maniacs just can't handle the truth, and they don't want the truth. They want everyone censored. They want it's anti-American destruction of America. I mean, this is destruction of America because the Western world and America are based on the laws are based on Judeo-Christian beliefs and freedom of speech, freedom of person. You have God-given inalienable rights to be free and to pursue happiness, your own happiness, and to have freedom of speech and freedom of assembly. All the things that they've been taken away with this COVID, right? The censorship. This censorship is not American. It's against our Constitution. So, which Harry has come out and explicitly said he's against our Constitution. So there's no doubt as to what side Harry and Meghan are on with MBS and what they want. And I am getting that being destructive with MBS and evil, being evil as possible here. Yeah. It's an evil, diabolical plan. And Meghan is his soldier here. So what triggered him to get involved with Meghan? Is the crazy moon card. Again, I kind of get the idea, Meghan stripped her clothes off real fast for MBS, what I'm getting. But either that or it looks like, moon is craziness, creating craziness, scandal in the royal family. I get the feeling that MBS is probably not the biggest fan of the royal family and probably loved the idea of getting somebody in there that would be destructive to them and the Western world and freedom of speech. I mean, Harry and Meghan have gone out of their way to attack freedom of speech. You know, they use the excuse of, my mother died because of paparazzi. And he uses that fake excuse. And I say it's fake because if he were just going after the people that, exposed his mother's diary or whatever, or letter or whatever, then he would go after that. And they have gone after Piers Morgan quite a bit, right? He was one of the people, I think, that published a letter or something. Well, anyways, Harry would go after those particular journalists then, right? But no, that's not what Harry and Meghan doing. Harry is getting on stage and on podcasts and saying, "Oh, the First Amendment, that's so bonkers." That has nothing to do with his mother. The First Amendment didn't kill his mother. So obviously Harry and Meghan are not just about, they're playing the Diana card as an excuse to destroy the Western world, to destroy our freedoms for the globalists. So, and MBS is obviously a part of it. And Meghan getting together with him is definitely a part of it as well. So, I mean, they all have that in common. They just want to kill all journalists and journalism, it seems. They want to control everything. And Meghan had no shame about wearing those earrings. That was an FU, in my opinion. Was that an FU to everyone? She knew. It was all over the media for weeks and weeks, and she's wearing those earrings. Was Meghan's message an FU to people when she wore those earrings? I'm going to check real quick, see what flops out. King of coins. She was showing off the money. She was congratulating him. This is MBS. She was doing it for him. It was a signal to him that she knew that he did it, and she was happy with him. Two of Wands, a secret signal reversed. Knight of Swords reversed, murderer. And Ten of Coins reversed. Wow. Yeah. Globalist, MBS, murdering him. That was planned and plotted, and she was like, this was a secret reversed. I say it was a secret. She was secretly, supporting him and what he did in murdering that journalist. Meghan supported it. She was letting MBS know, I still care for you and your money and your ability to make me president one day. Yeah, that was an FU to the people, to the journalists who were covering her at the time, right? Yeah, because, Meghan is cray-cray. So what are his expectations, MBS's expectations for Meghan? Nine of Pentacles reversed. Money, money, money. He's making her wealthy, making her a prominent, wealthy person, setting her up individually, personal fulfillment, keeping her in the green, costing him a lot of money. Well, maybe not a lot. I mean, for someone like him, it's not a lot, but substantial investment. But he wanted to make her, bribing her, giving her the earrings, giving her money, making her a wealthy duchess. I mean, which she was with Harry anyways, but I think MBS is making her even wealthier. And he's going to continue to do that, it looks like, his expectations. What does he not want to happen with Meghan? Empress reversed. Wow. So he does not want her to fail. He does not want her to end up being a big mistake. Meghan's got to fulfill her mission now, to being this ruler, to creating this oppression and tyrannical dictatorship. And she is part, she better not fail. She has to produce results, right? She can't, you don't get out of this. She's taken on the mission. He's given her tons of money. She's got to fulfill her contract, which of course she wants to fulfill. She wants to be president, right? Let's see, hoping for Temperance reversed. It's interesting. Temperance is about health, right? You've got somebody working on the test tube there, pouring water into a test tube, right? Destroying the health, destroying, and also Temperance reversed as being a drama queen and a distraction, and also taking away the health, destroying the health, and not being someone who unifies, but being someone who divides in a really flamboyant way. A distraction, but also a divisive distraction. Because remember, to separate, make a major arcana here to separate the blacks and the whites, the monarchy, against for the monarchy and against against the monarchy. Obviously, Harry and Meghan are against Western culture, against freedom of speech, against the First Amendment, et cetera, et cetera. So that's her expectations here. His expectations for her, his hopes. His expectations here is she's going to cost a lot of money, and that he's hoping that she causes a lot of divisiveness, uproar, division, and adversely affects people. He doesn't want the West to be healthy. He wants the West to suffer and be ill and to not be able to reproduce if possible. Uh, but definitely being destructive. He wants her to be destructive is the bottom line here. How does he see Meghan? Oh, look at that. So they are working together for Shoah. She is, partnered up with Harry, obviously. You can see this as MBS and Meghan, or you can see this as Harry and Meghan. Meghan had to snag Harry in order to fulfill this mission of destroying the monarchy and the Western world. So, yeah, he likes Meghan. Meghan's doing a good job. Now, remember, MBS is a psychopath. So, Meghan is as well. So they're a criminal team together. And that their backs to each other. Like, they pretend like, oh, we've never met. There's no evidence we met. I just happened to visit a mosque leading up to the marriage multiple times secretively. I just wanted to say hi, and see how everyone's doing. So obviously they have met. I mean, I would wager. Have they met? I mean, come on. There's no way. There's no other way. Did Meghan meet MVS in the months, those months leading up to the marriage, or at the mosque sometime? Did Meghan meet MVS, who happened to be in the UK at that time? Oops, this one flipped over. Nine of Wands. Yeah. Oh, not excuse me. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Secretively, yeah. I get reverse secret meeting there. They were entertained. They were drinking and eating. Nine of Cups here, having a good time. And Meghan's wish was fulfilled. She cut a deal with MBS. He said, "I'll support you in your mission to become president." Yeah. So but you know what? He wants Meghan to destroy the West. I mean, he's helping Meghan with politics, but of course, Meghan's mission is going to be just like Biden, to be as destructive as possible and to, again, bring tyranny and oppression and bring a Chinese Communist Party system and, globalist system. That's Meghan's job, and she wants to be at the top of that communist food chain. Is what she expects, to be a Chavista there. So how are things going to go? What's he going to do next, MBS? Oh, look at that, King of Wands. I see a lot of PR supporting her, a lot of publicity. Now, Meghan is going to that One Young Leader Conference, which is a World Economic Forum group. Justin Trudeau is a major speaker, and Justin Trudeau and Meghan are both keynote speakers at this next thing. So I think MBS is heavily supporting that as well. So I do see him trying to make Meghan a star here. I see this like the star. He looks like a movie star. He's trying to, MBS is with his money and PR, they don't want freedom of speech, but they do want the media when they want to promote themselves. That's for sure. Right. So definitely doing that. He's going to be helping with that, trying to promote Meghan now. See, suddenly Meghan and Harry have done nothing, right? They've done nothing. They've done nothing for Netflix, nothing for Spotify. They've produced nothing in the past 2 years, it seems. And yeah, she's going to be a keynote speaker at a young leader conference as some being put up as some person to look up to for young people to look up to as a leader. Meghan is a keynote speaker. Meghan has done nothing except marry Harry. Okay, she's done nothing of note. All right. But, MBS is working on money. She's gotten a rich Saudi prince to fund her, and she's got Harry by the balls, and she's going to be speaking to young people like she's some kind of leader. And what's she going to bring up again? The lie about her letter that was never received by Hillary Clinton or Procter Gamble, and never heard of her. She's like making, again, the narrative, fabricating narratives. So I get a new PR narrative here around Meghan for sure coming up. The MBS is no doubt funding and working towards with his connections there with Biden and whatnot. It may include Biden, who knows? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna make Meghan president? Oh my God! Strength upright. Ooh, look out! If things continue as they are and people don't cotton on to this, he may do it. He may get her in there. I mean, look, they got Biden in there. They can get Biden in there, who never didn't campaign at all. I mean, this MBS might be able to do it. Yeah, look out. I see the strength is the Harry and Meghan card, together. Virgin and Lion. Look out. He's working hard on her, and he's got more money than anyone. And yeah, he's gonna be getting her in politics, could be getting her as president. It's possible with MBS's money. And with the corruption going on, and the way people are turning a blind eye to what's really going on with this whole COVID nonsense and the oppression and the censorship, and people just, like docile lambs, just go along with it all. This is what's leading to. It's leading to Meghan for president. Just remember that. You accept these oppressive, tyrannical uh, shots and censorship and everything else, it's going to pave the way for Meghan and Harry to be in the White House. That's what I'm seeing here. Look out. MBS can make Meghan president. He's already, working with Biden, and Biden's beholden to him now and making all these secret connections with Obama Biden, right? It's all Obama. Obama's behind all of this. So look out. And you know what? You know why? Oh, just like Biden, Meghan would be another earpiece president, right? Because that's what Obama likes to do. He wants the president in there, and he puts a little earpiece and he tells him what to do. And Biden, who can't even think straight because he has severe dementia, they're letting him do it. And then they'll get Meghan in, and Meghan will put the earpiece in, and Obama will tell her what to do. That's all it has to be. So it really isn't too difficult. It looks like the way for MBS to get this done if things continue the way they are. Yeah, the only thing that could ruin it is their relationship being exposed, Obama being exposed, and people waking the F up. Because otherwise, you're going to be dealing with Meghan Markle, President Meghan Markle. Look out. She has a reason that she's overly confident. She's got many wealthy men by the balls, and they're getting her in if you don't stop her. All right, so that is the unfortunate news I have for today. Sorry for the downer, but what can I tell you? Gotta go with what the cards say. So try to have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.